Hello guys, welcome back again to our channel. Thank you for tuning in. This video will be Q&A for Van. We will ask her question as she already here in St. John. She pretty much settled in, her family are settled in. We will ask her a few question that you actually put in our YouTube channel, and we'll go from there. Yeah. So, welcome again, Van. How's it going?
Good. I'm enjoying this.
Yeah, this is fun, right?
It is fun.
Alright, so we'll start. I'm gonna read the question for you. If you can answer, then that's perfect. If not, we'll try to give them an answer, and then we apologize in advance if I'm saying any of the names wrong. But yeah, so Marling Aguilar, they said, hey, that's great news, it would be great. So the first question was, how has been adaptation process? So how did that go? Yeah, like how did you adjust?
The adjustment was really fast. Although we came here during the end of year. At first, of course, you feel really. We felt sad because that was leaning towards New Year, and we were used in where we came from. We were used to really big parties during the New Year with all the fireworks and all those things. And I was surprised that during that time it was really quiet.
It was.
It was quiet. So
it was quiet. We both had COVID at that time, Usman and I.
Oh.
We were very miserable. We had it actually after the New Year. We had it January. So.
I see. So it was that. So but it was just really the first part of it. But overall, everything is good. The people are really nice.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying it. It's based from my own experience. The people are really nice. From like wherever I go, they really try to be helpful, and they're even nicer when they know that you're just new to the place.
Yeah. So I honestly would encourage everybody, whenever you start a discussion with any person, just say, hey, I'm new to town. And they will literally take like a different perspective of talking to you. They'll try to even speak slowly in English, try to help you out. So don't be embarrassed to say that I'm new to town. It's just as simple as that. And to comment on the fireworks, they used to have fireworks. Just for COVID, they stopped it. But now, St. John is literally gonna be alive. Have you seen the cruise ship?
No.
Cruise ship came in last 2 days. Yes, it's a huge cruise ship.
Is it still there? Maybe later.
They might left. I'll check on that for you. But we will be having festivals. We'll be having the cruise ship around. St. John, originally it's a touristic town because it's on the water. So it gets so busy with the tourists. But because of COVID, I mean, everything got ruined. But I think here now in New Brunswick, all the restriction of COVID has been lifted. You don't have to wear masks, you don't have to self-distance and all that stuff. And a lot of programs have been opened for summertime and spring. So you guys are gonna come in a really perfect time. Okay, the second question is, how do they manage the working, studying hours with their kids' school schedule? That's fair.
That's a good question, yeah. So in my case, yes, I do both. I do study and work at the same time. So I'm just working at home. I think that would be different with other people that has to really go to, let's say, to the restaurant to work or to Walmart.
Or retailer.
Yeah, I would say it would be much challenging with if you have that kind of job. In my case, luckily, I was able to find a home base work here. Last term, because I'm already in my second term, the first term that I had was really hectic. Still right now it's still very hectic, and it's honestly, before coming to St. John, I'd have to be honest that I thought going back to school was really going to be easy at first, but then it's the it's like every week, at least in my experience, every week you have to submit your assignments.
Yeah, it's not just for you. It will be for all of you who are coming as a student. You have to manage. This is how it goes.
Yes.
It in any part of life, it will be very hard at the beginning and then it will ease up, right?
Exactly.
So regarding international student, you will have assignments to submit every week.
Yes. And then the exam would be the following week.
Yeah.
And then projects and then presentations.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
This is the system here, and it was the same in the state as well. So you're gonna be busy. But we all manage. I also, Osman and I were an international student in the state, and it's almost the same thing. We were working, studying, submitting assignments. I was volunteering because I love doing like volunteer stuff. Osman was lazy, but like I managed everything. Like if you want something, you can do it.
Yes.
Like this is the take on that.
And sorry, just for the kid at school. In our case, since Vanna is already 15 years old, she's doesn't really need much managing. So yeah, and it's she's just I take her to school, I pick her up, so that's it.
Yeah, and on top of that, I could add that you'll have, like, if your kids are younger or so, or the kids, I think the kids that goes to elementary school, the first level of school, they either study morning or afternoon, right?
Just half a day, right?
Half a day. So if you are working the other half day, then you're gonna have to manage, put your kids in daycare and then pick them up. So here in Canada, it's illegal to keep a child in the house alone. Child service will come and take your kids. Do not do that. So you have to manage, put your kids in daycare. I have friends that have been through this process. If you like ask a specific question, I can reach out and find answers for you. But this is the bottom line. Don't leave your kids at home. You have to put them in childcare, and you will manage somehow. You will manage. Okay. The next question, so far, what do they feel about school system? They have an extra help at school for their kids to learn English. So I think for Van already knows English. Maybe you could talk about how the school system is for Van. How did she adapt? Vanna, sorry.
Vanna, my daughter, I would say I compared it with how the school system is back home. Both Vanna and I do like how they approach the school system here, because it's not only academics.
Yeah.
In my country, not that it's bad, but in my country it's mostly academics.
Yeah, it's in my
country. And our
too.
Classes in the Philippines starts from 7 a.m. until 4 p.m., 4 or 5 p.m.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Yeah. And it's all academics.
Yeah.
So here, when I talk to Vanna, they have this subject or a course that's called research and learning. I think that's science.
Yeah.
I think.
Nice.
But then they are really required to go out and interact with nature. They walk. That's one of the things that I like, is that they do go out, they walk, they talk to people. It's like the social skills are also being developed.
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah,
I got her class grades just a week or 2 weeks ago, and how they graded her here is that they do have the scores or the quantitative data, right? But they also measure like the consistency, if you are responsible. Like for this subject, it's not just a grade, like if you're a 1 or 2, like A plus, those things, but how responsible are you, or the teachers are also checking if you are diligent in passing this, if your classmates are, if you are reliable, so they're I do like it. And and they have lots of activities that they are doing, which is also really good. And then they have lots of events. So.
Yeah. So I think this is not just for middle school. This will be same for elementary school and for high school. They always have these clubs, these activities for kids to enroll. Your kid, when they go to school, they're not just gonna learn about math and science, but also learn about, as Van mentioned, how to be social, how to learn the soft skill. We call them soft skill here, how to learn those. And I think this is really, really beneficial, because even in my home country, we used to study from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. with 1 hour break.
Yeah.
This is all academic.
Yes.
We don't have the time to, as kids, to interact or play or go learn some skills, you know?
Yeah.
I think this is, I love the
I
North American, I would say, school system. Regarding of if they ask, they have an extra help at school for their kid to learn English, I'm pretty sure they do. I know for Vanna's case, Vanna already speaks very good English, but I know they would help your kids to either learn English if they're in English school or learn French if they're in French school. I know a friend of mine who just came in, and her daughter was 7 years old, and she doesn't speak neither English or French, and now she put her in French school, and now she does speak French just because communicating. And honestly, as a like a general idea, the school here, they will know if you need help. They will focus more. They definitely offer help, and I don't want you guys to be worried about, am I gonna get help? You will definitely get help. It's just the rule here, you just have to ask for it. Because in school they might notice that your kid is not speaking well English, they might give them extra curriculum to learn more English. But other than that, if you think you need help, you gotta ask for it. You cannot be shy or hesitant, you have to ask for help. Okay, my next question from Amoy M. How do they find St. John?
Oh, I love it. I love St. John.
Yeah.
It's very relaxing, really different from where I came from. It's peaceful.
Yeah, it is.
It's peaceful. I love the weather now that it's spring, although it's been
raining.
Gonna
be magical. Just right on, yeah.
And it's a small place that we have, right? But we have the uptown there if you want to go out, and there are also other things that like other tourist spots that you can see. So yeah, it's really good. I love it. I love the community.
Exactly. Why did you choose St. John to settle?
St. John is where my program is.
Okay.
So that was really the factor why I chose St. John, because the program that I took at NBCC is only offered in St. John.
Okay, yeah. So for us, basically, why we chose St. John, everybody will have different reason why they chose St. John. For Van, she chose because of her study. For us, we chose it because honestly, it's a good looking city. Like, even though it's small, it has like a nice character. It's by the ocean. Now we will have a lot of touristic things going on because COVID is lifted. Everything you basically need. For us, we're Muslim, we need mosque, we need halal food. It was all available in St. John. Community is nice, and I think from even my previous video talking with different Canadian and different newcomer, you probably noticed that they always say, because St. John is a small city, people are nice. People that have the time to be nice, they are not hectic with traffic, it's not a busy city. People have that relax, right? Like, yeah, you're new to town, I can help you out. If you're in Toronto or a crazy city like that, nobody's gonna even say hi to you because nobody have the time for that. The next question, which side of St. John are you living in?
East.
East side. Yeah. Why did you choose east?
It's near the school.
near Vanna School. And as a tip, I would encourage students to live on the east side, especially if you don't have car. East side have a lot of buses routes.
Yes.
It's near the mall, near Walmart, near all the amenity that you would be needing as a newcomer. It's near NBCC.
Yes.
Yeah, the college, and it's also not far from UNB if you're in the university. So you would either live around UNB or in the east side. Don't go to the west side. Like, I don't want to say this, but west side for newcomer is not as beneficial or as what's the word I'm looking for?
Like user friendly or something.
User friendly. Look at us, like IT girl. Not
so
user friendly.
It's more.
Yeah, like the west side. It, like, even say this, west side doesn't have a mall if you need to buy clothes or stuff. West side is not gonna have Costco or Walmart or those places. So as a newcomer, like, I would encourage you, that's like just my advice. Okay, any general tips for newcomers, Van?
For newcomers, just really start your network right away.
Yeah. I
would say. Of course, it would be easier to network with someone of your own race or from your, because it's easy to spot Filipinos when you go to Walmart. And,
Yeah.
But these people are actually helping you. Like, they would tell you that, hey, there's an opening, there's a job position that you might be interested with. So, and also, try to look for places where you can find cheaper products.
Definitely.
Because initially we are just doing our grocery in Walmart. Although it's not pretty expensive in Walmart, but in my case, we do eat rice. Like, every day we eat rice.
Yeah.
So there are times, or most of the times, Walmart doesn't have the rice. So we found a place, like, what's it called? Frills? Something that has...
Frills, it's on the west side.
So, we had to... It's far, but that's why I told you, yes, I understand. It's... West side is really far. It's different. I don't know. It's kind of different there. But so we purchased our products there, and then the meat we were able to find on the vine. Yeah, so
that's basically the idea. Don't just go to one store and buy everything, and that's what I try to do sometimes.
Yeah, and
look for the deals and find them.
And we only knew about this through networking.
Exactly.
So,
yeah. Actually, I just knew about another thing called TRA. One of our subscribers just mentioned it. It's here on the Ratsay. You buy bulk stuff and you don't pay tax.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What's the name? TRA?
TRA. I'll put the link down, and then I'll send you the address as well. Yeah. And then, so like for no frills, are you using PC Optimum?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very...
Exactly.
I downloaded PC... what else? The other one for Triangle.
There's Petro-Canada.
I downloaded everything because they do give rewards.
So these are all like membership and rewards program. They're for free. Basically, you just put them on your phone. If you are going to No Frills or Shoppers or these stores that they use this brand, PC Optimum, whenever you buy something, you scan it and they give you money, basically. You use a lot of stuff out of it. They give you points, and then you can use those points for money. And then when you are putting gas, I think each gas station here have its own membership program. They are for free again. You just have to ask. And then whenever you put gas, you scan your card and they give you points back, or they give you like few cents off your gas. So it's not like a crazy saving, but it really adds up at some point. Okay. I would like to ask about rent house apartment in St. John. How was the complete process? I think we talked about this so many times. if there are something that you want to add on top of it, maybe. If not,
just to be careful.
Yeah, just be careful.
There are lots of scams, so.
Yeah, and I'll put links down for rent and rent a house in St. John. How old is your daughter and how she's been adjusting?
She's 15 years old. She's really adjusting well, and she is part of the varsity team at her school, and I don't know. But there are lots of activities prepared for her. So
yeah. So it will be easy to adjust. Okay, where are you from? You're from Philippines. Are you bilingual? You are basically bilingual because you speak English in your own language. Is it easy to get a job in the same field as in home country? I think that's a good question.
Yeah. So yes, we're from the Philippines, and I would consider myself a bilingual because I do speak Filipino and English. And is it easy to get a job? In my case, it was. My background is IT. So I applied really just from Indeed, that website,
Indeed.com,
and then there are also people who have been connecting with me via LinkedIn.
Yeah, so make sure you have a LinkedIn account. Yeah.
The only concern there is, of course, I'm only allowed to work 20 hours per week. So that would be the challenge. The challenging part in my case is if there are any IT jobs that are part-time. So that was it. For my partner though, she was a government employee in the Philippines, so it would be different here. So in her case, it was different. It took a while for her to actually really look for a full-time job, but maybe just she started, by the way, in her case, she's working in a restaurant. She started as a part-time for 2 months. And then on the 3rd month, her hard work paid off, and now she's already a full-time employee with full-time hours.
Nice, look at them. Nice. Okay, so I think from just basic, we kind of touched about how do they cope with working and picking up their daughter from school. Their daughter don't go to daycare because she's 15 years old, but for other people case, I know that if your kids are gonna go to daycare, it will be after school. Some schools, I know they have daycare next. They have a daycare next to the school, next to elementary school. So basically, they will even go pick up your kids from the school and then take them to daycare, and then you will just pick your kids up at the end of the day once the daycare is done. And each daycare has different hours. I know they start as early as 6 a.m. till like maybe 7, 8 p.m. So these are all gonna be very specific to your area where you are, where you gonna choose to live. But all these amenities are available. I know daycare is a little bit expensive, but the government is putting a cut on it. They're making it lower. So keep that in mind and just do, and that's pretty much it. I have more questions from Instagram. Okay. So the question, all the school in St. John has the same quality. That might not be true. I know some schools, I know some people complains about the French school because they don't have, they don't have a lot of, they do have programs, but it's not as good as other schools. So I know, so basically bottom line, not every school would have the same quality of studying. This will always depend on the teacher, on the environment. Are there some free after school? They might not be free, but they might be at very low, low price. I know, for example, the YMCA have some sort of a daycare for newcomers for a cheaper price. But again, it will be as convenient as you would find it. So you might not have the ability to pick your kid from school and drive to the YMCA to drop them off, because you'll have to go back to your own school if you're studying, or go back to your own job. So it will all be depends on how convenient it will be. And then, yeah, the time of picking up your kid, it will be flexible. You choose when and how you, like at what time you're gonna pick up your kid. Are there some English classes for the kids in the school? Yes, there are. Even though your kids are not gonna speak English, and I said that, they will help them out. They will either give them extra extra materials, like in terms of studying, to help them. As long as the parents actually speak English, they are that's the requirement actually in the school. The parents, if you're taking your kids to English school, the parents have to speak English. If you're taking your kids to French school, at least one of the parents have to speak French. Yeah. Are there some support for international students in the high school or primary school in St. John? Yes, all the school system are supportive. They know that you are new in town. They know that you are international student, and they will offer help. And this depends on school to school, okay? So your best bet is always to reach out to the specific organization for the newcomer, which is again the newcomer of St. John or the YMCA newcomer. Yeah, I think this is it for today. I really hope we answered as much question as you guys asked. If you have more specific question or some question popped up after Van and I talked, make sure you comment them down below. Van is very reachable. I'll just text her or poke her and tell her, hey, go answer their question. And she's very helpful, as you guys see. She's loving St. John. She's trying to share. So if you have that idea of like that little bit of fear or scare that you're coming to new country, I say that's normal.
Yeah.
That's very, very normal. For us, we moved from America to Canada. We still had that fear because you're moving to a place that you didn't see. You don't know how are people, even though you hear many people say Canada's nice, this and that, you still are not gonna believe it until you come to yourself. So if you have any fear, that's normal. Take the step and make your decision and come. Make sure you are prepared. Make sure you use all the resource available for you. As a newcomer, you have a lot of organization that gonna help you. These organizations are from the government because they do care about you. They want to help you out. So make sure you check those out. Is there anything you want to add, Van?
No, we're good.
Yeah, okay, so thank you so much,
welcome.
Van. You're very kind answering all these questions. Thank you guys again for tuning in, and please comment down below if you have any more questions. Thank you.
Thank you.